is a cancer nurse who used to be a hip-hop dancer and a break dancer. She also used to write in secret, but lucky for us, that is no longer the case. We are delighted to welcome her all the way from Crossgar. Tonight, Cathy is reading Wake Up Call.
I like to honour where my stories come from, and this story came from a workshop with Bernie McGill and Sheena Wilkinson. So this story was born of the seed of really one of their workshops, so thank you. It's called Wake Up Call. Did I say how much I love my baby? God, I just love the weight of him. I love the smell of him, the way the light catches the down onto his skin. I adore the way he curls his toes when he giggles. My favourite time of day is bath time, when the soft give in the flesh just feels like bread dough beneath my fingers and his long lashes sit plump with water against his cheeks. Oh, but sometimes, like now, in this moment, when that persistent screaming assaults my senses and jangles my nerves, I don't think I love him at all. Sometimes I imagine grabbing him by the shoulders and shaking him hard. I press his tiny body red with rage into the cot with more force than is needed and back out of the room. Ease and close the bathroom door. I slide down the cool tiles till I'm sat on the floor, and Christ, I can still bloody hear him. I draw my knees up and I lace my fingers through my hair and tug with all my strength, and the pain is bliss. It's just good to feel something other than resentment, something other than failure. I let the tears fall fast, my own gulping sobs drowning out his screaming. My body is aching, we're like asleep, and there's this constant nausea that gnaws at my gut. I'm not meant to be a mother. You see, I know that now. Christ, I know it in every inch of my skin. There is silence. Has he actually stopped? Relief floods me as the promise of sleep beckons, and as I pass the cot, I check him. But something's wrong. Something is very wrong. His legs are rigid, fists clenched, and he isn't making a sound. Eyes wide, cheeks flushed, and he is trembling. He doesn't even see me. I reach out to touch him, and his skin is blazing. I start to pray. I can't remember the last time I prayed, but right now, I'd make a deal with the devil if he was standing in front of me, and I think God answers, because even though my blood is puddling in my feet and my skin feels like it's shrinking, I managed to pick my phone up and call for help. And somehow, from a call centre somewhere, this lady called Janice takes control of my hands. I find myself removing his clothing and his nappy and placing him on his side. She asks me how long he's been like this, and I'm sick with shame, because I don't know the answer. But she tells me, time it from now, help is on its way. And at 56 seconds, it stops. Tiny fists unfurl into stars, and legs that were rigid begin to wriggle and kick, and he screams. And it's the most precious sound, and I let the notes of it wash over me, wash me clean, wash away all that has gone before, and I pick him up and I rest his damp cheek against my neck, and God, I just love the weight of him. I love the smell of him. I breathe him in. He is mine. I am meant to be his mother. Thank you.